Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the Christmas Countdown Show, Season 5, Episode 2. You've made it. We've made it. Now we're in it.
Oh, I took off my long sleeves.
Did you notice we're both wearing blue today?
We are.
How?
It's because we're both Dodger fans. No, it's
I'm a Dodger
Cubs
fan,
and
but
Dodgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we have to change something.
What do we have to change? Oh, the dates till Christmas.
How many days till Christmas? What did we say
It should be 59, I want to say, as of when this episode comes out. Because we'll roll the dice. We'll see. Wouldn't that be fun? If you roll the dice, you're like, how many days till Christmas?
It could just be that.
It was Christmas Day. What does it say?
59.
59 days till Christmas. That's crazy.
Welcome, everybody. We're back. So because we forgot in episode 1 to say what our list was at the beginning, which we got to be better about. That's my job. It's my job. I dropped it. I dropped the ball, the jingle ball there. But so yes, our countdown today is the top 10 Christmas movie villains.
Ooh.
This is a good one because this episode's coming out right around Halloween.
Yep.
Where everybody's in a little bit of the villain spooky mindset.
I wouldn't say everyone, but a lot of people.
A lot of people are. So we wanted to honor that. And this is going to be a fun list. We got to go. We got some good stuff today. Danny, why don't we tell them about socials?
We do have socials, yes. If you are new or you're not following us on social media already, you can do so. We are at Christmas Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. You can also watch full episodes of our brand new studio.
Yes.
Which, if you did not see the premiere episode last week, we have a brand new studio with so many new decorations. We're in a radio studio this season, which is super exciting. It feels very professional.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
And if
since
people want
2021.
if people want to send us like accoutrement, little knickknacks, we will add it to the
I love accoutrement.
Accoutrement.
It's one of my favorite words
great
to
word.
say. Yeah.
That is like amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche?
Amuse-bouche.
Yeah, whatever you want to send us. Amuse-bouche, accoutrement, anything French.
We will add it to
we will take baguette.
Yes.
If you want to send us a nice fresh baguette to just chew into the microphone, we'll
Yeah.
do that for you too.
They love it when we chew on the.
It's
and
their
when we eat
favorite
on the,
thing.
in the microphone. We forgot to say hello to Chris Sisley.
Oh, Chris Sisley.
Chris
yes.
Sisley, live from Brooklyn. Chris
Hello.
got a fun game for us today. We're excited about that.
He is the game master.
He's the game master. I have a game for you today.
I love games.
We'll get to that in a second, but I'm excited.
I'm really looking forward to the day when you just read me like 10 jokes. Because
listen, don't get me started.
we had this bet.
Yes.
Do you remember in one of our off-season Merry Minutes episodes, which you guys haven't checked those out, we're doing something brand new this season where rather than putting the Christmas news into the show where it might be out of date, every week we're chatting about the latest in Christmas news.
Yep.
And one of our off-season Merry Minutes episodes, I promised you that this season I would never spoil one of your jokes by trying to figure it out.
I'm very excited for that.
And I said that if I did, I had to get you something.
Yes.
Could be, what did I say, like a kite or something? I can't remember. It was very ridiculous.
Let's try one right now.
Should we do one right now? Impromptu joke in the middle of the pod? Yeah, people love that.
I came prepared. I have a stack of great Christmas jokes right here.
Oh, is that what you've been
That's
holding
what
over
I got
there?
over
All
here.
right, all right.
Why does Santa always enter a home through the chimney?
I don't know, Eric. Why?
Very good, Danny.
I was so tempted to not do that.
Probably because it suits him.
Hey!
Suit.
Ding, jingle,
Suits
jingle.
him.
Suits him.
Suits
Oh,
him.
I thought it was suits him.
Suits him.
Like his Santa suit.
Suits him.
Okay, that's double joke.
It's kind of a double
entendre.
joke. Let's try one more. This may be a little
Love
cleaner.
that word too.
See, some of these are bad. This is not a joke. We did one of these earlier off camera. This one says, "Did you hear that Santa knows karate?
No.
He has a black belt." Oh, black belt, because he has
a
Santa
black
suit has a
belt.
black belt.
It's a little.
That's not great.
They could do better.
Okay. What type of cars do elves drive?
I don't know, Eric. What kind?
Toyotas.
Hey!
There we go.
Zing.
We killed Chris.
Chris just flipped out of the back of his chair over
Chris
there.
was like,
his
"No!"
eyes rolled so far back. He flipped over the back of his chair.
Did full Undertaker.
Give us one more.
One more,
I'm
okay.
really getting into the vibe of not trying to guess.
Okay, here we go. That one's no good. Okay. How does Santa Claus keep track of every fireplace he has already visited?
I don't know, Eric. How?
He keeps a log.
Hey! And does he check it twice?
Yes, I'm sure he does.
Zing boom.
Double joke there.
Sorry, that doesn't count as me guessing.
No, that's
Does it
okay.
mean-
That's fair.
That's a
little-
yes and.
That's a yes and.
So I should save my.
Save your yes and for after the punchline.
Yeah, don't yes.
The trick
and
is when
before somebody says
somebody's
something.
at the about to do the the finale, and you're like, I've got an idea. We don't.
People love that. You know, it's like I'm trying to picture myself in your new play. Peter Pan Goes Wrong, where maybe there's an actor who's always trying to spoil the punchline.
That does happen.
That
does happen.
See, maybe they got their inspiration from a Christmas podcast.
Perhaps they did.
Hosted by Eric and Danny.
That's right.
But Eric, it's so great to be back. It is the week of Halloween. It is, which is like exciting because our kids are into it. They're picking out their costumes, or their costumes are already picked out at this point. There's the various trunk or treats happening this time of year, which is exciting. But it also means that we are mere days away from the official start of the holiday season. I feel like we have become famous, iconic, some might say, on social media for our jokes that have to do with the end of Halloween leading into the holiday season.
Immediately followed by Christmas.
We've had videos that have been viewed 20 million times. Yeah. That's literally about the joke of me immediately after the last trick-or-treater leaves my house.
Your joke, the meme that you made with the surprise, surprise, about my family comes home after trick-or-treating and I've decorated the whole house, is one of my favorite of all of our social media posts that we've ever posted. It's so great.
It has over 20 million views on Instagram.
It's amazing.
Which is wild, but I love that so many people saw it and got a chuckle out of it.
And felt seen.
Yeah, I love because we can see when people share it to their stories and what they'll say. We see all the comments back and forth between each other. And what I love about our social content and really about our show and what we do is that it's all positivity.
Yeah.
Nobody's going at each other in the comments about anything. So if you're I need to find the merry part of the world, go follow us on social media. And further, if you're looking for real human connection, we do have a Patreon, which is this amazing merry community of people from literally all corners of the earth, from
the globe,
Ireland to, I think we've got Australia, we've got Kenya. We have people everywhere who have joined this merry community. So maybe you're the only Christmas obsessed person in your family or your town, or you're just looking for some new friends who share your affinity for elf culture. We are that safe space. There's a link in our episode notes to our Patreon. You can also go to patreon.com/Christmas Countdown Show and join that merry crew. We have a private Facebook group. People are always chatting with each other. And actually, producer Chris is organizing the first ever Patreon meetup this holiday season in New York City. What are the details of that, Chris? Can you maybe just tell us what month, and if people want to get more details, they can find out on the Patreon. And what's the plan? What are people going to do?
We are going to be meeting the first weekend. There's millions of people here. You can't find me unless I want you to. We're going to be meeting the first weekend of December to hang out with a bunch of like-minded, merry people.
That's awesome.
Talk Christmas and walk around and sightsee together. I'm very excited.
That's incredible. Are there specific spots that you're these are must hits that you're going to make sure people go to?
Yeah, I've put maybe too much effort into it. I think I'm gonna skip any meetups or anything around Rockefeller Center because I want to give people as much time there as they want, and I don't want to have to push them around with 20 other people. So that's going to be on their own. But we're going to do some stuff in Central Park. Maybe some ice skating, maybe some wandering. Ooh. Maybe we'll find a winter village somewhere. Maybe we'll go on a nice little walk. There's all kinds of things we can and probably will do.
Amazing. It's going to be amazing. I love there's a side chat that's happening in the Facebook group of all people who are what hotel should I stay at? And what's a good part of the city? And people are this. I remember one of our Patreon members was well, my wife has a work trip there that week, so guess I'm tagging along. It's really, really cool. So if you're interested in that, and maybe you've never been to New York City, during the holidays, and you're looking for an excuse to do it this season, you'll be able to meet up with a lot of like-minded people like yourself. And speaking of like-minded people, what we love is when people leave us reviews.
We love it.
It's one of our favorite things. We love to read them on the show. And you can submit those through email at kringle@christmascountdownshow.com, or you can DM us on social media, or you can just go to Apple, Spotify, leave us a review. And we have one that actually came in from K Moore, 1023. Do you want to take this one, E?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. All right. This is from K Moore 1023, and it says, finding Christmas comfort away from home. I'm a young father of 2 girls, ages 4 and 1, and a husband to a wonderful wife. Right now, I'm in a tough season. My medical school clinical rotations often take me away from them for weeks to months at a time. Currently, I'm on general surgery at a level 1 trauma center, and I see some tragic cases that weigh heavily on me. So I do realize that there are those who have it way worse. Being a dad through FaceTime doesn't fill the void, though it helps a little. I always devote spare moments to prayer and take time to be grateful rather than focus on what I'm missing. That being said, I've missed family weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, you name it. This year, I'll miss Halloween with my little ones, which has been especially hard, though I look forward to being home for the rest of the holiday season. I just know that my kids will not stay little forever, and each special event like this is precious. I love what I'm studying and the career that I'm preparing for, but it's not always easy to keep my spirits up. That's why I'm so grateful for your show. I've been a long-time listener, and it always seems like your episodes arrive right when I need them most. Thank you for creating such comforting content during a season when I definitely needed it. I hope you keep it up for many years to come. I have 5+ more years of training to go, for heaven's sake. As fellow fathers and husbands who have also had to spend time away for work, do you have any advice for a young dad like me on staying motivated and grounded while away from my girls? God bless you all on this show. P.S. My wife and I were binging Modern Family not too long ago and spotted Mr. Kringle Cronkite selling Christmas trees in a holiday episode. Didn't know he had a seasonal side job. That was me, yes. Okay, that was me. So thank you very much for that letter.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best with all of your studies. I mean, it feels like doing a residency and all that stuff is.
You are like boots on the ground.
Yeah,
right?
You're doing it.
You're not just reading books. You're
yeah. But we wish you all the best and the patience and the focus in your work. And now let's talk about what you asked about being away from family and how hard that is. And it is hard. Yeah. I've had to do it a lot of times. I think there's a lot of things to say. One of them is when you're together to try to give the most, be as present as you can while you're together.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to remind my kids, listen, Daddy has to go away for, a couple weeks to do this project.
Yeah.
But I also we just spent a really great time, and let's look at the positive stuff. The other thing is, my advice always, whenever you're doing long distance, is to pay attention to the little stuff. Because sometimes when you're away from home and you call and you do the check-ins and it's like, how was your day? Oh, it was great. We did this, we did that. But it's like the big, checking a box of the big things that happened. And what really you miss by not being home is I had a pepperoni on my pizza today at lunch that was kind of weirdly shaped, or some weird, really kind of specific little thing that sometimes can feel when you're away from home they don't need to worry about that. That's just a little thing. That's the good stuff. That's the stuff that you actually are missing. It's not the big moments. It's the little minutia of life. So when you're away, whether it's sharing the little minutia of your life with your kids, and also when they tell you stuff, even if you're not interested in it and you're kind of tired, pretend to be, because the pretending will eventually train your mind to be interested in the little stuff. And that's the connective tissue that is really important, that you want to make sure that you're fostering that in those times apart.
Yeah, I think that's great. I'll add on to that and say one thing I do is not just focusing on the FaceTime of it all, is, whether I'm gone for a day or whether I'm gone for 2 weeks. Whenever I see something that I'm interested in, that's maybe a cool site, maybe we're in New York City and I see, Empire State Building or Central Park or a horse or something like that, I take photos of those things and I text them to my wife.
Yeah.
Or say I see just a silly sign on the street that I know is a character that Riley or Emerson loves. I remember I was in Times Square one time and they had this huge Paw Patrol sign, and Riley was obsessed with Paw Patrol at the time. And so I just will take those photos, anything that pops, and I'll just send them to my wife throughout the day. Or if I'm just thinking about them, being like, hey, here I am, I'm walking through Times Square, look how bright it is, So I can't wait to take you guys here one day, So I think not just checking in on their day, but letting them know how excited you are to do those things with them someday. Yeah. And I think also being transparent with your kids about when you do have to go, telling them where you're going, what you're doing, and why.
Yeah.
I think the why is really, really important, and speaking to kids in terms that they understand, but also being honest with them. It's hey, some people go to the grocery store and that's where they work every day. Some people are teachers like your teachers at school, and that's what they do every day to pay for food. And so they have a house and can do fun things. And Daddy's job requires him to travel. It's not my favorite. I don't like being away from you guys, but my number one responsibility is taking care of you. Yeah. And so this is what I have to do to make sure that Taekwondo, you're able to do it. The gifts that you want for Christmas, I can buy those for you. So I think like just being in constant communication with them lets them know that like you care enough to inform them. And I think just including them is the most important thing. You'll never be able to replace being there in person for everything, but I think as much as you include your kids and let them know that like they matter, and even when you're not there, you're thinking about them all the time, I think that's vital.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best, buddy, and Merry Christmas. And you're in the struggle with us.
Yeah.
We hear it. We see you. Yeah. We love you.
Feels like Parenting Countdown.
It does.
All over
the
again.
Old days.
The old days of Parenting
Countdown.
But that was great. And if you want to have your review read on the show, or maybe you have some questions for us about tips you're looking for, how to make your holiday season a little bit more merry, no matter what you're navigating, again, you can email us or you can leave a review on Apple. Even if you don't want to leave a review, if you can just rate us, that really, really helps more people to discover the show. And I think, people are hungry for this type of merriment, this type of year, and this time of year, and we'd love for more people to discover it. So if you could do that for us, that would be a huge, awesome thing. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I was like, huge.
It's a big thing.
Cool.
We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we would appreciate it is really where I'm going with it. Eric, so real quick, because it is the week of Halloween, I feel like I need to ask.
Sure.
What are your kids going as for Halloween?
My son is going as the Ender Dragon. From
What's that
Minecraft.
From? Okay.
It's a character in Minecraft.
Okay.
So he has an inflatable costume that is like a black dragon that has wings in the back that's kind of cool, and then it comes up probably about like 2 feet above his head, and then like kind of in the neck of the dragon there's like a little windshield for him to look out of. But that's what he's going as. Okay. And it was not something that I was familiar with, but he was dead set on it. And so Lisa ordered it in time, thank God. And so hopefully it's a big hit. I mean, he definitely, as soon as we got it, he took a picture of it and sent it to his buddies on their little group chat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, that's awesome.
How do they chat at that age? What is their group chat?
They text.
Oh, they do text?
Yeah.
Through your phone or through his own?
Miles has a phone that is like, he doesn't bring it with him. We got him one when we went to Scotland.
Okay.
Because I wanted him to have something, God forbid, somehow he got separated from me.
Smart.
That he had an ability to call me. So once we got that, he has a phone line, but he doesn't like bring it to school with him. It's more he uses it to text his friends like at home, and they play Minecraft and Roblox on it and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, that's how they do it.
Okay.
And then Sophie, sometimes we get last minute changes, but as of this morning was going as Marilyn Monroe, and her friend's going as Audrey Hepburn.
Ooh,
so
look at the classics.
Classics, yeah.
Do you think she's learned that appreciation for like the classic characers because of you and Lisa and just your appreciation for old movies and music? Okay.
I think so. Like we had some friends over the other night, and she was talking about, we were just talking about the standards, and she was like, Sophie was singing along to all these old standards, and we were like, I just thought it was really cool that she knows all that music and she loves it and she loves to sing it, and it's cool.
She's got that like throwback sort of old soul vibe to her. Sure. And you know what? In our first episode, we talked about life updates.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out to your daughter real quick.
Oh,
She just recently booked her first like real big professional gig, right?
Yes, and it's actually, because when this episode comes out, it will be in just a couple of days. So she did... Netflix has a new special. They have 3 Dr. Seuss projects that just got announced.
Okay.
One is Horton Hears a Who. One is Redfish, Bluefish. But the third one is called The Sneetches, and it's based on the classic Dr. Seuss book about the Sneetches. There's like Starbelly Sneetches and Moonbelly Sneetches, and it's all about how they think that they don't belong together because they have different symbols on their bellies.
Right.
And then they find out that they're all the same and that they should be friends. But Sophie plays one of the 2 leads. She plays Pearl.
Gosh.
So when you watch the show,
amazing.
She's the one that has little glasses, and she's been recording it for like the last year and a half. It's very, very exciting. We're going to do a little premiere party for her and her friends to come over and watch it.
Cool.
But she's like the lead in a 45-minute Dr. Seuss special for Netflix. So it comes out on November 3rd.
Okay.
But everybody should check it out.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids and working in the biz, my daughter has her first audition coming up. Not for like a big professional thing, but she came home and told me that they're doing a musical at school and she wants to audition for it.
Amazing.
I know.
This is an exciting day.
It is an exciting day because like I know she likes musical theater but she's always sort of been like hit and miss, like as to whether or not she actually wanted to perform. She liked watching it, on TV, listening to like the Matilda cast album, all that sort of stuff. But she was like, Daddy, I want to audition for this. And like I've got sort of like my perspective is like a behind the camera, off stage sort of producer type. But I'm curious if there's any tips, because I know you do like amazing classes, for kids who are wanting to get into theater and acting for film and stuff. What is like maybe like a couple tips that she is like a 6, almost 7-year-old can really apply as she goes in for her first ever audition?
That's a great question. And I have a whole business built around this, so it's hard to give a full answer, but I'll give you a few things to think about. Number one is don't rush. The biggest thing that a lot of young kids who don't have much experience do when they're in an audition is they just rush to get through it. And you're so much better to just take your time, right? I can talk about that for a while, but essentially just slow down. Just in general, slow down everything. How fast you talk, how quickly you move your body, settle down, slow down. So slow down everything. That's my first tip.
Okay.
Number 2 is listen. If she has to do any kind of a scene, she may not. She may just have to go in and like sing a song or something.
Yep.
But if she gets sides and has to do any kind of a scene, one of the best things that you can do as an actor, and young actors many times don't do, is actually listen. So say your line and then just listen. Don't think I'm just waiting to say my next line, right? So that's a big one. And then the third one is to have fun. If you are truly like joyous and going bigger and taking a bigger swing with your choice of whatever you're going to do for your song and really having fun with it, that is infectious to not only an audience but also to directors when they're like, oh, we're going to put this person in this, because you're going to get a lot of kids who are nervous and are scared and aren't really sure if they want to do it.
Right.
So the more you can just, even if you don't actually feel it, but fake it till you make it and actually go out there and just like big smile on your face, arms wide open, I'm singing a song and I love how I sound, is infectious.
Amazing. Okay, we're in between 2 songs.
Okay.
Naughty from
Great song.
Matilda and Watch What Happens from Newsies.
Also a good song.
Because she loves Cara Lindsay. She's like obsessed with Cara Lindsay.
What's the show that she's auditioning for?
Junie B. Jones.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think it's a little silly, a little fun. It's Junie B. Jones Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, well, the kid's song is naughty, so like that feels like it sort of lends itself, and you can be a little silly, like with the click of a lock. She could throw in a little British accent if she wanted to really spice it up.
Yeah.
So we go back and forth because she could belt a lot more, but I don't know if my daughter's like at like I'm a belter sort of moment.
They're both good options.
They're both great options. Yeah. If you were the director sitting in the chair, like, and you were casting a kids show, would you want to hear more of like a kids number, or do you not care?
I would want to see confidence.
Okay.
So whichever one she's more confident doing, honestly, that's what it is. It's as actors, so often people think about like, what's the perfect song for this show and trying to find it's not about that. It's about an energy that you bring to whatever song you do.
Right.
And that's more important than, oh, this song is perfect because it kind of mirrors what happens to the characters in this. Nobody cares about that. What we're really trying to see as directors when you come in is like, what's the energy that you bring into the room with?
Okay.
And so whatever you're going to sound awesome on and feel great about is better to do than like the perfect song that matches the other show that you're auditioning for.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great tip for anything. Whether you're going in for an audition or an interview or anything, it's just all about confidence and owning yourself in that space.
Totally.
Great tips.
Yes.
I appreciate it. And speaking of my kids, I wish I could tell you what they were going as for Halloween, but they're 4 and 6, so they changed their mind.
Do you have any idea what they're going to be?
We have gone from Yoshi. They wanted to do all Mario stuff because they got really obsessed with watching people play Mario Party on YouTube.
Sure, yeah.
And my daughter, Emerson, she's really smart. She would pick this like one account because Rosalina always won like every game.
Sure, yeah.
And like she's like, well, I'm Rosalina. And then I was like, I was Mario. And clearly there was some kid controlling Mario because I would just like jump off of things. I was like, what are you doing? Like, so we were Rosalina and Yoshi for a long time. But then she discovered K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, yeah.
And she's... Gonna be golden. Yeah. It's so catchy, right?
It's great.
So she's like possibly K-pop Demon Hunters, and then now Riley recently changed. She wanted to be Yoshi, then she wanted to be Elphaba, but then she didn't want to paint her face green, and she got all emotional about that and threw herself on the ground. It's like, you don't have to paint your face green. You just put a witch on. So we'll see.
All right.
I will update you after Halloween as to what we ended up going as. I think I might steal that idea through it to you the other day, or what we talked about is going as 6'7", as my wife. I feel like every parent, the one way we can kill this 6'7" thing,
steal it.
Every parent team should go as 6'7".
6 and 7.
Right?
Yeah.
6'7".
Like
anyway. Well, that's our Halloween chatter. You have a little game, is that right?
I do have a game.
Okay.
Let's try my game. We'll see how if it starts to go long, we'll cut this from the show.
Okay.
Okay. This is called a mega chain.
Mega chain.
Mega chain. So this, if you're listening, it'll be a little tricky, but if you're watching this on social media, it'll make sense because we'll put a little logo here. So basically, I have a bunch of letters in a row, right? And each word that starts with this letter, or whatever it is, and like Christmas, I'll help you with the second one is tree. Christmas tree.
Oh, okay.
And then tree, something that starts with an L. That has nothing to do with Christmas. You can forget the word that's before. It's just the word that came
before.
That's right before.
Okay.
And they're all like 2-word phrases or things. Most of them are Christmas themed.
Okay.
Not all of them. Don't get stuck on that.
Okay.
But if you want to write this down at home, I'll say it really quickly. But it's CTLS-TO-CFDWHSSHWBCA. And we're going to see if Danny can get through.
I'm going to write these down.
You're going to get through it. And I'm going to give you hints because it's long.
All right. So we know the first one is tree.
Christmas tree.
So
yes.
T is tree.
Yes.
And so the L has to tie into
tree something.
Tree lights.
Yes, correct.
Boom.
There you go.
Lights strands?
Close. Take off the S on lights for this, for the sake of this.
So it wouldn't be...
So it's light something as opposed to lights something.
Light show?
Light show.
Woo!
You got it. Boom.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Showtime?
Showtime. He's got it. Okay.
Now I've made a mistake of now I'm writing out the full word next to it.
That's all right.
Showtime. Time off.
Close. Also a short word.
Time out.
Yep, time out.
Woo!
Time out.
This is fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So this we got Christmas tree, light show, time out. This is kind of like Wheel of Fortune, before and after.
Yeah.
Okay, time out, out, cast.
Nope. If I punch you in the face, you're
out cold.
Out cold.
Okay, thank you for the tip.
There you go.
Cold front.
Yes, cold front.
Let's go. All right, next letter is. I should tell people what the letter is. That might help them a little bit. Okay, so front. The next word starts with the letter D. Front door.
Yes, front door.
Okay.
You're doing
next
great.
Letter is.
This was a little trickier.
W. Doorway.
Close, but no. Think Christmassy on this one.
Door wreath.
Yes, door wreath. Yeah.
This is fun.
Okay.
Wreath, and now the next word is H. Wreath. Hanger.
Yes. Danny.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Put me on Wheel of Fortune, baby. I'm ready. Come on, Seacrest. Give me a call.
Okay.
All right. And, the next word starts with the letter S. So we've got hanger. Ooh. Hanger steak.
Yes.
Dude, let's go.
Hanger steak.
Steak sauce.
Steak. Close.
Oh, dang it, because the next one is S.
Yeah.
Steak.
I'll give you this one where we took the S away from lights. We're going to put an N at the end of steak.
Oh. Wait.
Steak in...
Oh, steak and shake.
Steak and shake. A little cheating on that one.
All right, so next one is shake hands.
Yes, shake hands.
Yeah, I'm totally blown it. H was the letter, by the way. So hand, and then the next letter is W. Hand.
This one's a little harder.
Hand washing.
Close, but no.
Hand wringing.
Yes, hand wringing.
Wow. Let's
hand
go.
Wringing. Okay.
All right, so ringing, and then B is the first letter. Ringing, is it? Well, bell would have.
Yes.
But that
ringing
works?
bell.
Oh, okay.
I did a little trickeration there.
I like
so
that.
So this was the ringing of hands, but now we're using ringing bell.
Ringing bell.
Yes.
Okay, so I got bell and then C.
Yes.
Bell cow.
Close. Close. No.
I thought you were going to sneak a cow in there.
I should have.
Bell
What might you find in a church at Christmas Eve?
Chime.
Close. What if it's a bunch of people?
Oh, like chamber?
Close. Bell.
Bell chaps.
Choir.
Bell choir.
Bell choir.
Dang it. That's the first one I missed. I don't know if I would have gotten there. All right. And last one is the letter A. Choir.
And we'll add a little O at the end of this. Choir O. Or an OF. I was trying to make it less obvious.
Choir. There's an O. Choir of Angels.
Angels.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
Awesome. We
Christmas
did it.
all the way to Angels. That was
Look
pretty
at that.
good.
We made it back to Angels. That was
Very
super
good.
fun. I'm about to maybe do one like that for you later this season.
Isn't that fun?
I love games. Games are fun. Speaking of games, Chris, do you have a game for us? Let's just stay in the game mode.
Let's do it.
I do have a game. Let's play a game. So this game is a game I think we might have played it last year. In fact, I'm almost positive we did. It's called Christmas Filibuster.
Ooh.
This is always a fun game. The way this game works is I'll give you both holiday-related topics, and we'll see if you can talk about that topic for 30 seconds without faltering.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth a few rounds, test your abilities to coherently ramble on. Now, I should mention that there's a good chance that you may not agree with the things that you're out to talk about. But that's not the point of the game.
I love it.
You just got to talk for 30 seconds. So for the next 30 seconds, I'm going to have Eric talk about how when it comes to Christmas decorations, the tackier, the better. And go.
Easy. Christmas decorations, the tackier, the better. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Exhibit C. I love tacky Christmas decorations because I think that the whole point of Christmas is to be filled with joy and expression of happiness and an expression of childlike creativity and youthfulness. And I think tacky things are always coming from a place of youthful joy, right? It's about being silly and goofy, and I'd rather be talking. Is that it?
That's all you need.
Look
to do.
at that.
Wow.
I could talk for another 10 minutes.
I was like, you could have done 30 minutes about tacky decorations. That was like made for Eric right there.
Was easy.
All right, this one's for you, Danny.
Okay.
For the next 30 seconds, I would love for you to talk about how Home Alone wouldn't have been as popular if it didn't take place around the holidays. Go.
Oh, interesting. So Home Alone, one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. But I think what really makes it work is the holiday season, right? It is this fact that, one, people aren't going to be traveling in fall. You know, we talked about this in our last episode. You don't go on fall vacations typically unless you're like in your 60s and you're doing like a river cruise, right? Where you just want to go check out fall foliage. But for me, like what really makes Home Alone work is the fact that you have these houses full of gifts. And that's why, you know, the Wet Bandits want to break in is they're trying to get the gifts, right? There's no gifts in fall or spring. I could keep going.
Yeah.
I was just getting warmed up.
This is good, though.
I thought you were going to make me talk about how Home Alone is a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
I was ready. I was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
I've been set up.
I would never do that.
We might need more time on these filibusters.
This is good.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Eric. Speaking on movies, I would love for the next 30 seconds if you could talk about how Ferris Bueller's Day Off would have been better if it had taken place during the holidays.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it in a different city. Yes, I think Ferris Bueller would have been a much better movie had it taken place during the holidays. Perhaps even like the last day before Christmas break. So everybody has to be there for finals, but Ferris doesn't show up because he's too excited for Christmas. Because then, while the St. Patrick's Day parade is a wonderful set dressing piece or a set piece for the movie, if it was the Christmas parade, even better. It could have been so awesome. And, you know, you have that was it.
Dang.
That was pretty good.
I'm glad that wasn't mine. I don't know Ferris Bueller's Day Off that well.
Oh, I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I feel like that was written for you.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I knew for sure that Danny probably didn't know what that movie was about. So
I mean, I know Ben Stein's in it.
He is.
I do know that.
All right, here we go. This is the last one. This one is for Danny. For the next 30 seconds, I would like for you to talk about how you would decorate the outside of your house if you were given a $500,000 budget and had to spend every cent on it on decorations.
Oh my gosh. If I had $500,000 to decorate the outside of my house, I think we'd have, you know, those big Santas that we see like on Amazon and all those things that are like 50 feet tall. I'd put one of those. I'd put a few of those. I'd put one in the backyard. I would not only decorate the front of my house, I would decorate a full 360 experience. Yeah. I would get a tree that would be, you know how you see those trees at home or like Home Depot, they're like 15 feet tall. I want one 100 feet tall. Yes. I want to string as many lights as I can possibly get. I'm going to cover every single square inch of my roof in lights. I'm going to have performers there every single night putting on the nativity scene.
$500,000. I'd build a nicer house on top of my house.
I was like, can I buy a new house first that's bigger so I can have more room for lights? But I was like, I don't know if there's enough room at my house for $500K. But maybe the performer aspect might do it.
Hire Mariah Carey to like
greet
people from your driveway.
Bring in Macaulay Culkin. Every Friday night is a new Christmas celebrity. Michael Bublé, Mariah Carey. That would be brilliant. I love that.
That was a good
fun.
Game. I love that game, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
I think it's time for the countdown, yeah?
We have one thing to do before we get to the countdown.
What's that?
For how many years now have we been talking about these doves of friendship?
The turtle doves.
Eric, even in episode 1.
We don't have scissors.
Good news. Before we came into the studio today, I snipped, not their wings.
Snipped the doves?
I snipped him. We'll never be friends. No, I snipped the little zip ties that were on them. So now we can officially, for the first time ever in
Should we hang them on the tree of our microphone trees, or you think they should be on the tree?
That's a great question. I mean, I kind of like the idea of being able to see it. I don't know how it looks on camera, which kind of me as the producer stresses me out a little bit. But I think, I should hang it on the front side. That's a good idea. Yeah. For the cameras. All right, we're hanging it for the cameras to see. There is an edge there.
A little turtle dove.
Aww.
2 turtle doves.
We've talked about this in seasons past, but why are people not hanging ornaments on garland?
They should be.
It should be a new thing that we spearhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we finally did it.
There it is. We did it.
Because you gave these to me, was it season 2 or 3?
It might have been 2.
We've had them for a while, and it just never got hung up. But now we are officially friends.
I love it. Friendship. Hooray.
Huzzah.
Now, to the countdown.
To the countdown.
Of our top 10 favorite Christmas villains. Let's hit that music, Chris. Yes.
Countdown.
Okay, so these are our top 10 favorite Christmas villains, best Christmas
I was so
villains?
torn. I was like,
I know,
is it the most evil?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of ranked them more like evilness being number 1.
Ooh, so the more like slimy, the more
slimy,
they disgusted you.
Yeah, that was
the
number
higher
1.
they ended up on your list.
So number 10 might be kind of lovable.
Okay.
But that's just how I frame it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start with number 10. This is going to hurt your heart. I can just feel it.
Are you going Harry Marv out of the gates?
I'm going Harry Marv out of the gates. And number 10, I got some good ones here.
Okay.
I got some good ones here. And I knew that they're going to be high on your list. I don't know where, but I think they're going to be high.
We'll see.
I'm looking at your shirt. Obviously, we have the Wet Bandits from Home Alone 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They're just so great. They are a Looney Tunes comedy of misfortune, which is so great. Yeah. All of the physical stuff they do. Daniel Stern, Joe Pesci. I always think it's so funny to think that Joe Pesci is, yes, he is in a comedic situation in these movies because he's always played the tough guy in all those mob movies, but he does know how to do it in the way that is palpable for kids to really laugh at him, which I think is so cool. And Daniel Stern, one of my favorite actors, directed Rookie of the Year. Did you know that?
Wait, he directed that film?
Directed Rookie of the Year.
I did not know
he
that.
plays Brigman, but he's also the director of that movie. But he just is the funniest guy. And as a physical comedian myself, I just love the way that he deals with when he steps on the broken ornaments or the nail or the iron to the face or the tarantula on his face. He has such joy through all of the pain. Love both those guys. I'm not going to talk too much about them because I know you're going to talk about them. But my number 10 is Harry and Marv from Home Alone.
I mean, they're pretty good. They are pretty good.
We'll see if they end up on your list.
Maybe. A question for you about them, though.
Yeah.
Do you think that if Harry had been working alone, that he would have been more successful as a bandit if Marv wasn't there?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I think that it takes 2 to tango. I think that he needed. He's one of those classic. He is low on the totem pole of life, but he likes to have somebody below him to feel okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess they were working big houses.
Big houses.
So they needed to spread out.
Yeah.
Yet they were always in the same space.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are the things I lay in bed at night thinking about. All right, number 10 for me is going to be he's a classic bully. And he's like, everyone has met this person in life. And that's going to be Mayor Mayhew from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live action version.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know the actor's name who plays him offhand, but he is just...
Is it Jeffrey Tambor?
It is Jeffrey Tambor, yeah. He's just, from the time he's a kid, and the flashback scenes to when the Grinch is in class, and just the way he calls him out and like makes fun of his face and his hair and all these sorts of things, and then he finally shaves and makes fun of his hack job, all the way up through like adulthood in the way, because he knows that he hates Christmas, the way he makes him the cheermeister.
Yeah.
He is just such a bully. And it makes you wonder, and they sort of explore this a little bit, right, in the live action version, is like, was the Grinch really that mean? Or was it because of the way that certain people, such as Mayor Mayhew, treated him and like took him to this sort of like boiling point, like anyone would reach that breaking point if you were the one who was quote unquote different. Yeah. And there was this, one person who was always calling you out and always pointing a finger at you and convincing all the other kids that maybe were a little bit insecure or didn't want to be teased. Like they went along with the bully sort of situation. Like, would the Grinch have become who he became without this character? And so like, not only is he horrible in childhood, that sets the Grinch off on this trajectory, but then when the Grinch finally agrees to come down, he is horrendous to him in that moment. And I love that the Grinch pushes back against him and cuts his hair, like the whole thing. It's just such a brilliant moment. And he finally kind of gets his comeuppance. He's mean. He's one of those people that like would say mean things to you. And then the second you like call him out on it, they're like, why are you so sensitive? Yeah. Like that's the vibe of Mayor Mayhew. And so I think Jeffrey Tambor as the adult version plays it, and then the kid plays it brilliantly as well.
That's a good one.
As the villain. Yeah.
Good villain. All right, my number 9. Oh, this guy is dastardly. He's just such a pain. It's Dr. Granville Sawyer. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the guy in the old version, the original Miracle on 34th Street, who is the psychologist or psychiatrist who gets hired by Macy's to like to sort of like work with Kris Kringle because he says that he's Santa, and they're like, he must be crazy. Why don't you go see the Macy's shrink? And he goes to see him, and then he's like, oh, this man is crazy. And then he's the same one that Chris hits on the head with the cane.
Oh, yes.
Because he kind of keeps poking at him.
Yes.
And Chris was sticking up for one of the other employees. And so this is a guy who just represents cynicism against belief. He's just whiny and is so mean and is anti-Christmas, and I don't like him one bit. And his name is Dr. Granville Sawyer from the original Miracle on 34th Street.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
He didn't even pop up in any of my research or just sort of thinking upon villains. That's great.
He's a jerk.
Number 9 for me is a guy who he just epitomizes the corporate executive that is sees himself as being so separate and so much like greater than thou or mightier than thou sort of situation. And that's Mr. Shirley from Christmas Vacation. Just the way he marches down the aisles, the way he gives snide looks and remarks, the fact that he calls Clark Greaseball, instead of like Griswold, the way when Clark, walks in to deliver the gift to him, he's like, my wife and I got you a little something. Or he walks in and he goes, give me, or put someone on the line. I don't care, anybody. Like that whole thing just to get Clark out of there. Just the way he dismisses people, the way when, he has to present something about this like varnish, for cereal that Clark has been working on. He's like, and none of that, nonsense, Clark, blah, blah, blah. Just he talks down upon everybody. He intimidates everybody. Don't like him at all. No. But I love that in the end, though, he finally realizes how horrible he has been and gives Clark the extra bonus where he's finally able to put in the pool and a little bit more. Yes. So, but he's just so horrible.
Little redemption for him.
Little redemption for sure, but it took him being kidnapped for him to finally realize that
some
that there's something wrong.
Some of these villains get redemption and some don't.
It's true.
Yeah. My number 8. Ooh, this guy just grinds my girders. It's the worst bully of all the bullies, Scut Farkus.
Yep.
From A Christmas Story, the yellow-eyed demon. This, first of all, the guy they got to play it is just he's like got all the freckles and the braces, and he wears that raccoon hat, and he's got the little bully next to him with the leather jacket, and they just tease and bully old Ralphie. But tell me this: is there we don't condone violence by any means, but is there any better feeling than watching Ralphie just pummel Scut Farkus when he's finally pushed him too far, and the little boy finally has to stand up for himself and hold his own? It's one of the great movie moments of all time. But Scut Farkus. Oh, just such a bully.
He is such a bully.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Ralphie's not just standing up for himself in that moment.
Standing up for his brother.
He's standing up for every kid in the entire town who have been bullied by this kid. And it takes that one person to stand up to the bully.
You gotta sometimes punch a bully in the nose.
Sometimes you know, and sometimes they have it coming to him.
That's right.
All right. This next one for me is a new villain.
Okay.
Brand new. Came to us last holiday season in the movie Red One.
Yes.
Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus.
He's funny. He's very, like, snarky, but just he's so big and larger than life. That whole scene of the, what is it called, like the slappish, whatever, the whole, like, you know, ceremony they do where they compete against him, and the whole scene between him and The Rock where, you know, he's going to get, like, his head knocked off. I love the story of him being, like, Kris Kringle's brother, and like how The Rock is sort of relating to him, and he's trying to keep that whole villainous air about him because he has all these like villainous people who are sort of looking up to him. And I love the conflict that you sort of see in him and the way how he's trying to still be this villain and be this evil character that everyone has sort of seen him to be, you know, sort of bringing like the nightmare side of the holiday season. But in the end, you know, he's the one there to sort of help Christmas happen again, which I think is a really beautiful arc for this person who's like, thinks that he's supposed to be a specific way and is trying to own this villainous part of himself and plays that perfectly. But when push comes to shove, he shows up and he delivers. So I love the arc of Krampus. I think the makeup work on him is brilliant. The way they made this actor look just larger than life next to The Rock, and the muscle structure that they built on him was really, really incredible. So yeah, I got to give it up to Krampus at number 8.
I like that. At number 8 there. All right, my number 7. Oh, this is a guy we love to hate. Because we love Martin Short as Jack Frost.
Oh, so good.
In Santa Claus 3 is a great villain.
He's so good.
Because he starts out in this very like, oh, I'm best friends with you, and he buddies up to, you know, not Mrs. Claus, but Miss Mother-in-Law Claus, I guess. But then once he finally gets the snow globe and takes over, and he just makes the North Pole just super commercialized and plasticky, and it's like Vegas, and it's a bad Vegas. And so he's like one of those guys that we just love to hate. And obviously so much of that has to do with the brilliant, brilliant performance by Martin Short, who's brilliant in everything, but he's so good in this character. I think that people don't talk about this performance enough. Like, the makeup that they did really cool to make him look like he is legitimately frosty, and like icicles are coming off his hair and his nose and his chins and stuff. He has multiple chins. No, he's very skinny. But no, Jack Frost from Santa Claus 3, great villain.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
So I put him at 7.
Might make an appearance later on. We'll see. Right. TBD. I thought you were going to go with this character at number 7. And frankly, I probably should have put him higher because I talk so much trash about this character. And he's the one who terrorizes poor old Karen and all the other kids in Frosty the Snowman. Professor Hinkle.
Professor Hinkle.
A creep.
Busy.
Yes. Yes. He is an absolute creep.
The way he pushes around kids.
He follows them around town because they got his hat, you know, and he's following, like, in what world is it okay for an adult to just, like, follow a bunch of children around town? Like, I'm sure, like, if he had just called the teacher and been like, hey, by the way, they took, oh, sorry, sir, you know, when they come back tomorrow, oh, sorry, they went to the North Pole. That's another plot that we don't need to get into. But just, like, I don't like it in general when, like, adults that don't have a relationship with children take it upon themselves to discipline children.
We don't like that.
No, like, talk to the parents.
Yeah.
Talk to the teacher. Talk to the principal. Talk to somebody rather than you, creepy old man, chasing children. Talk to the officer who's right there as you're crossing the street.
He swallowed that whistle, though, so he might be needing medical attention.
That's a good point, and nobody ever addresses that in the storyline. But he just, from the moment we meet him, and maybe it's because I do school assemblies, you know, with the Capables, where I'm like, I can't imagine a human walking into a space with children and being so slimy.
Yeah.
Like, because like everything about what I do is so like kind and welcoming, and he's just rude.
He even has
from
the
beginning.
Mustache like twirling, like classic villain.
He is a classic villain, and I know you need like an antagonist to play against the protagonist, but I feel like he as a character just takes it way too far. And when there are kids involved, it's like, bro, just come back tomorrow and get your hat. Like, I'm sure it'll be there.
That's a great selection.
Kids get tired of things after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Great selection.
Thank you.
My number 6. Oh, this guy. And now here's the thing. This could be controversial because in this portrayal, he's a villain.
Okay.
He's definitely a villain. But we also love him for his general portrayal. And that's going to be Comet.
Dude.
Because
Coach High five
Comet,
for that one. He's a jerk, man.
Coach Comet in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who is, in my opinion, the biggest villain of the whole movie. It's not the Bumble. The poor Bumble just has a toothache.
Right.
Right? It is Coach Comet who just blatantly discriminates against poor Rudolph.
Right.
Just because he was born different. And not only discriminates, but uses rules as like a reason to discriminate against him. You are in a role of a educator, and you are not taking that seriously. You are in the role of an adult to a child.
Yeah.
You are friends with poor Rudolph's father, so you should be kind to him. You should help him out and not encourage. Not only is he rude to Rudolph, but he encourages the other little children reindeer to be rude to Rudolph as well.
Thank you.
Coach Comet is a jerk.
Yeah, with
He's
a capital
the worst.
J.
He is the worst. We need T-shirts to say Coach Comet is the worst.
I honestly, I had him as like in consideration, but he bothers me so much.
It's hard to talk about.
I was like, I can't give this guy any love. And I was like, but why do I feel so angry about a cartoon character who's not real, you know? But I think it's a personal thing for me.
Sure.
You know, it goes to the bully thing. Like,
I don't like bullies.
I don't like them. I got bullied as a kid, you know?
me
First
too.
it was like for my weight, then it was for my acne and all. And like I see those kids that were that way to me in so many of these characters. And like Comet is like the ultimate, especially because like you said, like pointing out something that's different about someone and belittling them.
Yeah.
Because of it, like it's so personal with everything with my daughter that I'm like, gosh, if there was a coach like that, oh my gosh. And if he was a friend of mine and was talking to my daughter like that, done. You're not only off like Santa's team, you're not going to be around the North Pole much longer, my friend.
No, sir. No, sir. So
but
Comet can get out of here with that.
Bye, boy, bye, as they like to say. Yeah. Do the kids still say that? I don't know. I just said it. I don't know. 6, 7. Speaking of 6, 7, number 6 for me, my mission is to make 6, 7 not cool anymore. It's Walter Hobbs from Elf. He, not only, as we find out very early on in the film, he's on the naughty list.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's more villainous than being on Santa's naughty list? Yeah. But just the way that he treats Buddy from the moment he arrives and the way he talks down on him all the way up until, like, the building of it to where he's like, I wish you never entered my life. Like, the way he, like the anger that James Caan captures in that moment. He's like, I don't care that you did it, and I don't care. And it's like, go. And you're like, it is so real. Yeah. You could imagine that being said to so many kids who maybe have missed their father for all these years or just wanted their father's approval or whatever it was. And it's so incredibly heartbreaking in that moment to see somebody who's so far gone, but also you feel a little bit of sympathy for him in the sense that, like, I don't know if that's entirely who he is, but because he's in New York City and he's working for this big publisher and clearly he's got a boss that is just riding him into the ground and he's being judged by everything. I'm not saying that his actions are justified, but you start to see where he's coming from, but just the meanness that he shows to Buddy throughout that film. It's just like all Buddy wants is to be recognized and loved, and you just feel like he's not getting any of that at all.
Luckily, he gets redemption, though.
He does, even though he's fighting it all the way to the end.
He fights to
when the son is like, are you singing?
Dad.
Come
on.
And then finally, and then boom, the sleigh takes off. But and James Caan plays it brilliantly in that film.
All right, my number 5. I don't know that you can have a list without the green guy, the Grinch.
Got to be there.
He's got to be on the list. My particular favorite Grinch is the original animated one. I know that you're a big fan of the Jim Carrey one.
I am.
But I love the delight the way that his smile like curls up like 6 times on itself,
right,
by stealing the ornaments and every last little bit of food from their kitchens and from their tables, and the way he slinks around like a snake and takes each little stocking off the fireplace. The sort of devilishness of him is, I mean, he is classic. I mean, he has to be on the list. And obviously done multiple ways, because then there's also the Ed Helms.
Brilliant Ed Helms.
Wait a second. I literally now have forgotten. It's not Ed Helms, correct?
No,
it's
Benedict Cumberbatch. Penguins.
But we said it was Ed Helms for like 2 years.
Yeah, and nobody called us out on it.
Nobody called us on it, but somebody, you can go deep and find our history with Ed Helms and the 3rd version of the Grinch.
Can we do a 4th version of the Grinch where Ed Helms is the Grinch?
Yes.
Maybe we're manifesting.
Maybe
that's what we're doing.
When it gets announced on Deadline, we'll be like, we knew it!
We did it. They're like, well, we were listening to this Christmas podcast, and they kept talking about it. We're like, let's just do the dang thing. He'd be great as the Grinch.
That's my number 5, the Grinch.
Eric, for the first time in season... This is brilliant. For the first time in season 5, our number 5 is the same. I got the Grinch.
Yeah.
Specifically, I'm going to call out the live action. I think you called out like the smile.
Yeah.
And what actor could have captured that?
Not many.
Look, I've looked in the mirror and tried to do that before. I don't know how Jim Carrey contorted his face. Yeah. But just the way he got it to keep going up, and I'm sure some of it was a little CGI, but you need that base, that foundation to work from.
Rubber face.
And I love just how conniving he plays him in the beginning, because the original animated version is short, right? So now you have this like hour and a half, hour and 40-minute arc where you get to learn so much about the Grinch and see him living in his home and the outgoing message that he records, how horrible he is to Max.
Yeah.
He's just brutal to Max. I love the scene of when he's at the post office and he's like, jury duty, eviction notice. Like, it's just such a brilliant moment, and it's so conniving and so evil. And then it's like you feel like the Grinch is coming around, and then Mayhew does what he does, and then it's like he gets even worse. And so I love sort of the roller coaster ride that you see the Grinch going on, where maybe he might turn a little bit, but then he gets even more villainous. Yeah. Until finally he realizes what Christmas is all about. It's like it is the ultimate.
Grows 3 sizes too big.
It's the ultimate redemption story.
Yeah.
So love the Grinch. And love the way Jim Carrey plays him in the live-action version.
I love that. My number 4, I'm going to stick with Jim Carrey, and I'm going to go with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ooh.
But the Jim Carrey animated version of Scrooge. I mean, like Scrooge, again, another classic character. You got to have him on a villain's list.
Do you like that version?
I do.
You do? That's a hot take, I feel like.
I do. I like that version.
Okay.
There's obviously many versions of Scrooge. You could also go with the... Michael Caine.
I was waiting for you to get there.
It's a great version of Scrooge. There's the Bill Murray version. There's the Scrooge McDuck. But I like the sort of I like the Jim Carrey. It's a little classic, and it is very just he's so mad at the world.
Such a curmudgeon.
He's such a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
But the role of Scrooge, obviously, he has the major redemption. But this idea that he would force people to work on Christmas or begrudgingly give them the day off, doesn't give them heat, doesn't give them raises. He's pushed away love in his life.
Yeah.
He's pushed away anything good just for the sake of making more money, and it doesn't make him any happier. Oh, great redemption story. But Ebenezer Scrooge, got to be in your top 5.
He's great. I love him. All right, number 4 for me is not necessarily a person. It's an essence. It's an air. It's a message that I feel like they are delivering through this film. And it's going to be the idea of not believing or doubt in Polar Express.
Oh, that's good.
And I think he is represented through the character of the hobo.
Sure, yeah.
When he's just mocking Santa Claus, and he's just so cynical. You believe in this, something guy, and that whole thing. But like that whole movie centers around the one character. I don't know if we ever learn his name. I don't think they give any names to any of the kids. But like, what does he get on his ticket in the end, right? Believe, right? That's what the whole movie is all about, is about faith and believing in the most grandiose and the most simple and the most joyous things in life. And so for me, the villain in that, the opposite side of that, is not believing or doubt. And I've actually read some fan theories online about the hobo. Some people say that possibly he used to be Santa, but he met some horrible like fate or demise, and he's sort of angry at the world now, and so he's trying to convince people to not believe. To end Christmas, to not believe in Santa Claus, which is really like dark and gives you this whole other layer. But then in the end, he kind of redeems himself as well, right? Because he's like, there's a part of, I think when they find the pin or whatever it is, he's there in that moment. But I thought, what a brilliant message in the Polar Express, that like, think about what defeats so much of who we want to be and become and what we want to put into life. It's doubt. It's doubt in ourselves. It's doubt in others. It's doubt that our dreams can even become possible, that the world will work out in our favor if we have enough faith. And hopefully what we take away from the Polar Express is that when you do believe, when you do have faith against all logic, that magical, amazing things can happen.
Good things happen.
Yeah.
I love that. That's really good. My number 3, I'm going to go to Elf.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Mr. Greenway.
Oh, you are going Greenway.
Who is the publisher.
Yes.
Who is Walter Hobbs' boss. The fact that he would call a meeting on Christmas Day.
Jerk.
Or does he call it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
It's on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Even worse. Frankly, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I've had to work on Christmas Day as an actor sometimes, but that's because we're doing a show for the people.
But it's not till the night.
And
you
it's
get
not
to have your
till
morning.
the night.
Yeah.
To call people into work on Christmas Eve, I get it by Scrooge's standards. That was the old days.
Right.
We've got unions now. Like, this is insanity. And he doesn't even say, like, listen, guys, I hate to do this, but I got to call you in on Christmas Eve. He doesn't even realize it's Christmas Eve.
No, he doesn't care.
It's a non-issue to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, hey, we have an issue. We're having a meeting. And everybody's like, it's Christmas Eve. I don't care. We're having a meeting. We're going to solve this little kid's book. It gets me so hot, Danny. Whenever I see people in the business world not honoring not only Christmas, when people have to work on the Super Bowl, that bothers me. When people have to work on Thanksgiving, that bothers me. We have got to stop working on holidays. Okay.
But how would we solve these Christmas conundrums?
Listen. Mr. Greenway is a jerk, and he deserves to be tossed into the trash bin of history.
Yeah. Because what are you going to figure out on Christmas Eve?
What are you going to figure out on Christmas Eve?
Because you're not going to print the books on Christmas Day because all the printers are closed.
Exactly.
Like, it's just a power play.
You know what it is? It's that thing that's like this meeting could have been an email.
Yeah.
It could have been an email.
And you're going to have all your team show up angry that they're now working on Christmas Eve.
No creative work is going to be done.
Creative at all.
The worst.
And why is Miles, what's his last name?
Yeah,
why is he willing to show up on Christmas
Eve?
Eve?
What's his deal?
We need to find these people some, like, I don't know,
a
life. A life. That, like,
yes.
they're just like, whatever. I just show up and do this work on a day when everyone else is chilling out.
Mr. Greenway, you can stick it.
You're gone. That's going to be our next Christmas conundrum, is how do you solve the people who call meetings on Christmas Eve when obviously it does not need to happen then.
Definitely not.
That's a good one. He's brutal. You got me all riled now over here.
This list got me heated.
I know. But this is good. I think, like, this is
Let's
like
get it
therapy.
out before
it's
the season.
Christmas therapy. Yeah. This is our last week before we're in November.
Yeah.
So, let it all out now. All right, number 3 for me, this is going to be another repeat. It's going to be Scrooge.
Sure.
And specifically, I love Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah. I think Michael Caine is absolutely brilliant in it. Just like you said, he's much like Greenway. Like, I feel like Greenway, Scrooge, Mr. Shirley, they all would hang out together.
Yeah,
Can you imagine them, like, Christmas Eve, like, just like on a group Zoom, being like, yeah, can you believe they all wanted to leave early?
Yeah.
Let's count our money together. Let's play wallets, or whatever. You ever played wallets?
No.
I've never had a friend say, let's play wallets?
No.
Where you both show how much money you have in your wallet, and whoever has more gets the other person's money.
That's a terrible game.
Well, it's horrible because the person who suggests it probably just went to the bank and has like $500.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, sorry, you're broke now. It's kind of like playing Slammers, in Pogs.
Oh, yeah.
Similar sort of vibe. Anyway, but I feel like they would play wallets.
Sure,
Like they would be really into that. But just like you said, the idea of like wanting them to work, and then even when he lets them off early, or not early, or lets them off on Christmas Day, he's like, but I want you here earlier the next day to make up for the lost time. Lost time what? Nobody's paying you money on Christmas Day, so what do they even have to count?
Nothing.
It's a power play.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy and Mr. Greenway and Mr. Shirley, it's like all about power, right? And I feel bad for Scrooge in a sense. Like, Because again, that's not who he was. Like we get, in these movies, we see these beautiful flashbacks of like sort of like the moment, where they turned, right? It's like when he lost his love. Yeah. Like that was the turn moment for him, where it's like once he couldn't have her anymore, or once it was introduced to him this idea of like money is important, and then he loses love, and it's like once he lost love, he lost himself entirely, and you're just lost. So I think if this teaches us anything in life, if you are an executive out there and you are listening,
hold on to love.
Hold on to love, and just know that, like, clearly, as these stories have shown us over and over and over again, no amount of money, no amount of power or power play that you try to flex over your employees will ever equal happiness.
And don't call people for meetings on Christmas Eve.
Don't do it. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, like, just give people a couple days to chill out and just live their lives, and they will appreciate you. And when they come back, they will work all the harder.
I love the idea that there is a non-Christmas believing fan or a person that doesn't celebrate or believe in Christmas, and they're a CEO, but they're listening to this podcast, and they're like, oh, okay, maybe I won't call them in on the 24th.
There is another option?
There's another option? Good idea, boys. I should write a review.
Either that, or they're like, I loved it until this point.
Bad business advice.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I love that. Okay, my number 2. We're almost to the end here.
Yep.
My number 2, I also went with a sort of idea, and that's consumerism.
Ooh, that's great.
Big villain of Christmas.
Yeah.
Because consumerism has ruined some of the most lovely, truthful, real reasons for Christmas. Because we've all, as a society, gotten into like who can have the most expensive new toys, whether that be for kids or adults. It's all about like spending, when it really should be, if we go back to like the movie Klaus, that it's really about finding a meaningful thing that it will inspire joy in somebody's life. It's not about spending a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking to myself right now. Every year we're like, we're not going to spend a bunch of money, and then we always do, but we really have to like try to keep the consumerism out of Christmas. And so I would say that consumerism is one of the biggest villains of Christmas.
Or rather than spending money, you spend time.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that is the ultimate currency of life.
I'll overspend on that.
Let's overspend. Let's all overspend on time.
Yeah.
This holiday season. I feel like every season we uncover something like that, and that might be this season's.
I like it.
Little gem. All right, we are to my number 2 now. You mentioned this one earlier. I love this character so much. I love the slapstick nature of him. I love he's funny, but he's evil, and that's Jack Frost. The way that he, like you were saying, he plays up to the mother-in-law character so well. I love that he has his own song.
Yeah.
North Pole, North Pole, which we are huge Sinatra fans. Yeah. Like to do a parody of New York, New York, I absolutely love. Just this idea that this like adjacent character in the Christmas sphere who like doesn't get any time at like the table, with the Sandman and Father Time, that he's like, this is going to be my time.
Yeah.
And that you build this whole story around him. I think, like you said, Martin Short plays him absolutely brilliantly. And I love, like, he's so smart in the way that he just sets Scott up over and over. And he's like, well, would you wish that something would happen? It's just like, he's so smart. But then I love that it comes back to him in the end. And he's a funny character and evil. So I feel like I don't hate him as much.
Sure.
As I hate the others. Maybe because in the end he gets what's coming to him, but also because he's not evil all the time. He's a little funny, so I'm going to put him in number 2, Jack Frost.
I like that. All right, we're to my number 1. This is the gold standard of holiday evil.
I know where you're going.
Mr. Potter. Yeah. Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life is the worst. He is the worst. The way that he twists, and you know what he does that's the worst? Not only does he manipulate people and control people with his money and bully people, but he does it with that like, oh, what am I doing? I'm just following the rules. Oh, that gets me so mad. Luckily, when George Bailey finally wins in the end, we show that decency is what's most important in life, but no one is worse than Mr. Potter.
He's horrible.
He's the worst.
He would be a part of that crew as well.
He would he'd be leading it.
Yeah. He'd be like, it'd be a good idea. would be if we all joined forces and made everybody work on Christmas Day.
He would send out the Zoom invite.
Yeah, he would. And then he'd be late.
He'd be late.
Right?
That's exactly what he would do.
He wouldn't even apologize for being late.
No.
He would show up like 5-10 minutes late, and he would just come in yelling at everybody.
And he would never turn his camera on.
No. I know people like that. Or his camera would be the top of his forehead.
Top of his forehead.
And he'd be angry at them that it wasn't framed properly.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at my forehead? I've worked for people like that. Anyway.
Mr. Potter.
Before we get to number one, if you have not done so, please make sure you are subscribed to the show wherever you are listening, watching, be that Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Follow us on the socials at Christmas Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. If you've just been listening and you want to see this incredibly merry, magical studio that we are sitting in, filled full of consumerism. I'm kidding. We bought it at Dollar Tree.
Affordable consumerism.
It's affordable consumerism. Right. It's disposable consumerism. You can watch us on YouTube. YouTube.com/Countdown Network. The links for all of that is in the episode notes. And if you want to be a part of an incredibly merry community full of some of the happiest, holly jolliest people that are the antithesis of these people we have talked about on this show today, please join our Patreon. It's a way to connect with Eric and myself. You get to watch us record these episodes. You get to be a part of virtual hangs that we're doing. We do giveaways. There's so much amazing stuff that happens in the Patreon community.
And we have a policy that there are no Mr. Potters allowed.
That's true. Anyone with the last name Potter. We've had 7 Potters try to join.
We had to turn them away because we didn't know.
We didn't know.
And we couldn't risk it.
We sent them to Villains Countdown. And now they're all having a great time over there.
Great time over there.
Really, really classy, happy place. Number one, 2 for the price of 1, as some might say. You can't have one without the other.
That's right.
It's Harry and Marv from Home Alone. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. The movie does not work without them. No. It does not work with the type of villain, without the type of villain that they are, because you get introduced to someone who you think is the villain.
Sure.
Very early on, you think it's Mr. Marley, Old Man Marley, the South Bend shovel slayer.
That's right.
Who turns out to be a really kind, gentle human being, and actually saves Kevin in the end.
Maybe one of the greatest heroes of Christmas movies.
We should do top 10 Christmas heroes.
Unexpected heroes, maybe.
Season 6, it's happening. But they are so brilliant. They're so hysterical. They are mean. There is this sense of when Marv's like, first I'm going to bite off every one of his little fingers. You're like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. It's, and you could imagine that he actually would do it. Like the way Pesci plays that moment is like, oh, he's actually going to bite off every one of his fingers if he doesn't get smashed in the face with a shovel. But they are so evil. They're so believable that they're not just after finding goods, but if they were to encounter a child, that they would be fine doing harm to this child. But when the funny moments come, they camp up those moments. That's where Daniel Stern is so brilliant. And just the screaming moment is so brilliant. Obviously, I love the scene where Kevin's in the treehouse and he's like, he's going to call the cops from a treehouse. It's just,
I love that scene.
It's my favorite. I've taught my children that.
Yeah.
If I say I'm going to call the cops, they'll all shout from the back of the house from a treehouse. They just know at this point in time. But to me, they are perfection. Kevin is great. Macaulay is great. But without the other two, that movie is not.
Would you say they're your favorite part of the movie?
Wow. That's a great question. I know what my least favorite part of the movie is.
What's that?
It's when Kevin doesn't eat the macaroni and cheese.
Sure, yeah.
When the clock strikes 9. That's definitely my least favorite part. I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah.
They just are hysterical in that role. Sure. And I love the way that Pesci who wasn't known for that type of acting
at all, just
leaned into it, and him and Stern are just brilliant together. So I would say, they've got to be my favorite part. I've never thought about that till this moment. And that is, I think, a testament to them and those characters, the way they were written, the way they were performed.
There you go. This was a fun list.
This was super fun.
I enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we'll be back next week with what's next week? Oh, we have a good music list.
We are getting into back-to-back music countdowns.
2 music countdowns back-to-back.
Yep.
You're going to like this one, especially you millennials and Gen Xers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that.
Yep.
But thank you so much to Chris Sisley. Thank you for that game. Thank you to you, Danny.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you to these wonderful little accoutrement of our display here.
You're thanking our decor.
Yeah, they make me happy though. They really do.
Thank you to this mug.
That's right. Thank you to this mug and these jokes. One last joke before we go.
Okay, let's wrap
What
it
do
up
you
with a
get
joke.
when you combine Santa with a duck?
I don't know, Eric. What?
A Christmas quacker.
Hey!
Hello. All right, folks. We'll
that.
see you on the next one. And we're going to close it how we always do by saying a very heartfelt. Very heartfelt.
Very heartfelt.
That became
straight
very
from the heart,
southern.
Dixie.
A very heartfelt Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.